Who are you? Wow, whew, that's a deep question. Some of you might have already just turned the channel off right now going, oh no, Jamie's getting super deep now and challenging us. No, not exactly. It was just a really cool tagline, who are you? And the reason why I thought about this and wanted to downpack, and this was really for people that are in marketing, people that are in sales, and people that are in the development world. For many years now, I've watched people and they still quite haven't figured out who they are in the market and really delivering that to the market as a very decisive, clear message. And I really feel to say right now in the marketplace that we now have a time, there's nothing wrong with positioning yourself to be defined and be very good at something. You know, runners do it, athletes do it. You know, I don't profess myself to be amazing at everything. You know, you hear some people in the marketplace and over the last few years saying, hey, we're all things to all people. Well, I'm sorry, it's a very difficult thing to achieve in any market, not to say it can't be done, but to be able to pull that off, you have to have great clarity, great partnerships, as we talked about last sort of episode, in order to have that as a functional gift within your business, because it is a gift to be able to do that. So when I look at that and who are you, you know, if I was to look at developers right now and just say, hey, who are we? You know, I see a lot of people and they're going into sort of the high-end space, they're jumping out of townhouses, or they're coming from you know, investment-grade apartments, and they still quite haven't figured out their branding in those areas. And I think what the market's shouting for right now is some clarity. The market wants to know who the builder is. Is it going to be a good quality project? Is it funded? You know, who are you? And I think that's a very valid question, because the consumer has got a little bit tired of having a product being delivered to the market either massively delayed because of financial downturns in a company, which is unfortunate, or they might have seen the builder has gone broke. Unfortunately, massive things happen in this industry all the time. It's ever changing. And I think the consumer right now, more than ever in this next wave, is going to ask, who are you? What do you stand for? What do you do for a business? You know, Apple are very clear in their message. Apple make iPhones and computers and technology devices. You know, they've talked over a number of years to building cars and TVs. Have Apple done it yet? No, they haven't. And the reason why they haven't done it yet, because they internally have not themselves mastered the delivery of that and how to deliver that product as the same consistent brand asset to the market, to the consumer that already knows who they are. So it's very important that right now in this time, you start to take this time to self-reflect, to think about yourself as an organization, whether you are in project marketing, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in development, or you're in design, and start to get back to the basics of why you got into what you got into it for. You know, when I set up doing what I do, I was very certain that I wanted to help people in the market, and I wanted to bring sophisticated ideas and a new wave of technology and design and simplicity to a market that was quite broad in its approach. And to be honest with you, very unchallenged in my personal opinion. So start to use this time to think about who are you, who is your organization. If you're in development, maybe in this next wave, sit back from doing too much of that or that and focus on a specific avenue of development that you're exceptionally good at, that you've got intelligent vision and ideas for, that you can actually become a winner and a leader in the marketplace in what you're doing. I see some real estate agents for over many years, they've jumped from many segments across the board to try and fill gaps in the market. And maybe this is a time where you go back to basics and you start to think about, hey, this is where I started, and this is the way that we're going to build our business moving forward, and we're going to revolutionize how we're going to go about doing that business and bring new ideas, new philosophies, new solution thinking into that industry to make it much more efficient and practical with great ideas for everyone involved in it. So right now, I'd like to challenge us all, myself included, to start to think about who are you in your business, what does your business stand for, and to start to think about how your brand, which is super important, which I'll downpack in another episode, will affect that. Because we now want to start, once we figure out who you are and what you're trying to achieve in the market, we want to build the brand around that idea so that the people that are watching you from the inside out can start to say, I know who that person is. They are very good. They're one of the best in the market at what they do. This is what they do, and they're very good at it. And if you can get the market talking like that to you, then you're on a winner and you're starting to think and you're starting to realize who you are as a business. All the best, and start to think very clearly on what you're going to start to do moving forward to become a much more effective person and business in the marketplace. Thanks so much.